Have you ever wondered who Vedvyas, the author of the Mahabharata, really was? This question has intrigued scholars and history enthusiasts for centuries. The term Vedvyas isn't a name, but rather a title. It was a prestigious moniker given to those possessing an in-depth understanding of the Vedas. There were 27 such scholars before the one we commonly associate with the Mahabharata, Krishnadvipayan. Krishnadvipayan was the 28th Vedvyas, distinguished by his dark complexion, similar to Lord Krishna, and his unique birthplace, an island. The title Vedvyas thus represents not just an individual, but a lineage of scholars, each contributing to the reservoir of Vedic knowledge. So when we speak of Vedvyas, we are acknowledging a legacy of wisdom. It's fascinating to realize that Vedvyas was not just a name, but a recognition of profound knowledge. Did you know that the Bhagavad Gita wasn't the only Gita? It might come as a surprise, but there are other Gitas that exist, such as Vyad Gita, Ashtavakra Gita, and Parashar Gita. These Gitas, though less known, offer their own unique perspectives and teachings. The Vyad Gita, for instance, is a discourse between a butcher and a monk, emphasizing the importance of duty and morality in daily life. The Ashtavakra Gita, on the other hand, is a profound conversation between King Janaka and sage Ashtavakra, delving deep into the nature of self and reality. The Parashar Gita is a dialogue between sage Parashar and his disciple Maitreya, discussing the path to liberation. Yet, among these, Sri Bhagavad Gita remains the most revered. Its purity and completeness make it stand out, offering wisdom imparted by Lord Krishna himself. It's intriguing to discover that the Bhagavad Gita is just one among many philosophical discourses. Ever wondered where the Mahabharata was first read out loud? The grandeur of the epic tale of Mahabharata was first unveiled in the regal house of King Janamejaya. Now, who was King Janamejaya, you might ask? Well, he was none other than the grandson of the valiant Abhimanyu, a key figure in the epic. The honor of this first reading fell upon Vaishampayan, a learned disciple of Vedvyas. The stage was set, the audience brimming with anticipation, and the narrative, as we all know, was nothing short of extraordinary. The tale of heroes, of honor, betrayal, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil echoed for the first time within the walls of King Janamejaya's palace. But what makes this first reading even more intriguing is the fact that King Janamejaya was seeking revenge for his father's death. Can you imagine the intensity, the raw emotions that would have filled the room? It's fascinating that the first audience of this grand epic was a king seeking vengeance for his father's death. Did you know that one of the key characters in the Mahabharata was actually a god? That's right. According to Dharma Granthas, there are 33 main gods. One of these gods, Ashtavasu, found his way into the human world and was born as Shantanu and Ganga's son. This divine child was none other than Bhishma, a pivotal character in the epic saga of the Mahabharata. Bhishma's life was marked with extraordinary events and trials that reflected his divine origins. His unwavering commitment to righteousness and truth, his incredible prowess in battle, and his wisdom were all indicators of his divine lineage. He was the 8th son of Shantanu and Ganga, and his life was a testament to the divine energy that flowed through him. His story is a fascinating blend of divine intervention and human struggle, of destiny and choice. It's captivating to learn about the divine origins of Bhishma, a pivotal character in the Mahabharata. Can you imagine foreign forces participating in the war of Mahabharata? It may sound incredible, but the epic battle was not just a feud between the Pandavas and the Kauravas. The war of Mahabharata was a global event, drawing warriors from distant lands. Yes, you heard that right. Forces from Rome and Greece, lands far removed from the Indian subcontinent, were part of this colossal clash. So how did this come to pass? Well, the expansive empires of the time were interconnected through trade, diplomacy, and alliances. In this globalized ancient world, the Mahabharata war was not merely a local conflict. It was a war that had international implications, a war that could shift the balance of power in the ancient world. These foreign warriors brought with them diverse fighting techniques, weaponry, and strategic perspectives, enhancing the complexity of the Mahabharata war. It's remarkable to learn that the war transcended the boundaries of Bharat, involving foreign forces. Are you ready for some more unheard facts about the Mahabharata? Let's dive in, shall we? Vidur, a central figure in the Mahabharata, wasn't just a scholar of Dharmashastra and Arthashastra. In fact, he was the avatar of Yamraj, the god of death. This incarnation was a result of a curse by Rishi Mandavya, compelling Yamraj to experience the human condition. Moving on, we meet Kunti, the mother of the Pandavas. As a child, Kunti had served Rishi Durvasa, whose character was well known for his short temper. However, her devotion and service impressed the sage so much that he gifted her a magical mantra. This mantra allowed Kunti to summon any god and bear a child. Before her marriage, she tested this boon, summoning Suryadev, the sun god, and thus Karna, the unsung hero of Mahabharata, was born. Interestingly, the Great War of Mahabharata was not just a domestic dispute. Foreign forces from lands as far as Rome and Greece were also part of this epic battle. It wasn't merely a tussle between the Pandavas and the Kauravas, it was a war that drew warriors from across the world. The tale of Eklavya is another fascinating one. Eklavya, who was killed during Rukmini's abduction, was reincarnated as Dhrishtadyumna, Draupadi's twin brother. This reincarnation was a blessing from Krishna himself, who allowed Eklavya to fulfill his desire for revenge on Drona. Lastly, we have Duryodhana, who famously refused to listen to the Bhagavad Gita. He claimed to know the difference between right and wrong, yet felt compelled by some force to choose the wrong path. Had Duryodhana heeded Krishna's words, the devastating war could have been avoided altogether. The Mahabharata, as we see, is not just a story. It is a treasure trove of knowledge, wisdom, and intriguing facts that continue to fascinate us to this day.